Hello, and welcome to Inclusivity Unlocked. This podcast is all about inclusion and diversity, brought to you by the Asociația Explorator.
We are chatting with you right now from our studio in Craiova, and together we will make sure that tricky isms and complex terms from the world of inclusion become a part of your everyday life. Now it's time to unlock. Okay, first of all, guys, welcome to our podcast. And I want to know you more. Can you introduce yourself? We will begin with you.
Okay, my name is Diana. I am 20 years old and I'm from Estonia. And I've been here volunteering in Craiova since October last year.
Wow, long time.
Yeah.
Yes. And you, Asma?
Yeah, I'm Asma from Tunisia, 27 years old, and I've been volunteering in Craiova since October last year.
Also?
Yeah.
Oh.
You are in same project in the same time.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Can you guys talk about your organization and how you work?
Yeah, we are from the organization Act for Community. And during school years, we worked with students, like regular schools and then special needs students. We went to 4 regular schools and 4 special schools, and we implemented activities that included inclusion. We implemented activities that combine inclusion, social awareness and ecological well-being. So,
Okay. Our work also is related to inclusion. As you know, this podcast is named Inclusivity Unlocked. But we work in different way. You mentioned special needs students. Can you tell us more about this?
We work with schools with special needs and
with a lot of variation of special needs, physical and mental, and we don't know exact diagnosis of our students because that's not important to us. We work more we try to look past the special need, and we try to find activities that work with those people. Sometimes they can't do some physical activities, and then so we try to do something that's more calm, and then some of them have a problem with reading or speaking or something like that, then we try to do some other activities that work with those needs.
Okay.
I want to say that we are learning signs to interact with the nonverbal volunteers.
Wow.
The nonverbal students. Sorry. Okay, so one of the volunteers are with us, deaf and mute, and she taught us how to interact with the nonverbal students actually. So we know
Great.
some semne.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this sign language is different from English to Romanian?
Yes.
Yes.
Each of country have their own language,
Yeah.
talent language.
Okay.
I mean, there are maybe some bases are similar because I know a little bit sign language in Estonian, but it's still pretty different.
Okay. So you learn English or Romanian?
Romanian. Because the students here, they
Yes.
know Romanian sign language. And the volunteer also who's with us, she's a local volunteer, so she's Romanian. So she's teaching us.
Wow. I'm really impressed. Okay. So you mentioned some of struggles that they have, but can you explain more about these students?
What kind of struggles do they face,
Yes.
and what type of struggles they have?
Well, I think it is some of them have physical disabilities. Okay, like I mentioned, some of them have physical like special needs that they can't like run or do a lot of physical activities. There's also like a lot of students that have trouble reading or writing or like counting numbers or that type of thing. But
we go to an autism center. I mean, we are interacting with kids with autism. So yeah, like small kids between 2 and 6.
7.
Yeah, 2 and 7 years.
It is so younger.
Yeah.
But I think I'm impressed because they discover autism from this young age, because usually maybe in Egypt they don't recognize mental health illness in a young age, and it takes time to recognize it. So if you are working from 2, just like they are babies.
But autism can have a different type. So sometimes even you are a older one, but you can't understand that you have autism. Even you can't understand this because autism have a different types.
Mm-hmm. There's like really big variety of that. Like, for example, Asperger's is really like hidden away, like that type of, because they're just considered like gifted kids, because they're like really considered like smart. But like some of them you can see easily, because usually, as I understood, most of people with autism, they don't start speaking, like they start speaking a little bit later in life. So, but I'm also very impressed with, because like how early they actually get to. Obviously we don't know the student's diagnosis, like everything, but we just try to interact with them.
What about emotion? How they can express their emotion, and for you as a volunteer, it's hard accept this, or how you can work with them?
Actually, especially the kids with autism, they are so, I have to say, emotionally, they are so kind, and easily they can express their feelings, and always that they are giving us hugs and stuff. So yeah, for me, I like to work with them.
Yes.
It's also sometimes some like other schools we go to, there's like sometimes it's different, because some of the students, they really like to like hug or touch, and like they don't want to let go, like it's physical contact. Some students really like it, some students hate it. Yes. So it's like also for us volunteers, we have to set boundaries with those students, because sometimes it's not okay if they all the time hug us or don't let go. We have to also set boundaries, which is like obviously it's difficult at first. Like when I first came here, I met one of those students, and it was also really hard to set the boundaries at first. But if you keep saying like you have to think that they don't do this to hurt you, but they do this to like because they're used to it. So you just have to start like repeating, like saying no, like I don't want to hug right now, but I can give you like a high five, and like find something to replace the things that they do, and over time they also understand that. And
But why it is important to set boundaries?
It's very important for my own well-being too. Obviously we go there to like work with the students, but I'm also a person, as the students are people. If I have my own boundaries, I don't like people touching me maybe, then if I don't put boundaries with the students, I won't enjoy being with the students. I will ruin the experience for myself, because I don't feel comfortable doing it. And I feel like it's very important to make yourself feel comfortable so the students can feel comfortable with you, because obviously they can read your face and your body language. If you're very uncomfortable and you're like sheltered, they also don't want to open up. But if you're comfortable with the students, they are comfortable with you. I believe that.
Yes. But how you put boundaries without it hurt them? Like they are kids, and maybe they, like you said, they do this because they love you or they want to express their love. but how to set boundaries and in same times you don't hurt them.
I can take the same example when one of the students was coming to hug me a lot and didn't want to let go, and I was very uncomfortable. And the next time I went there, I didn't know it was like my first or second week in Craiova, and I got to talk with one of the teachers to explain to the kid and that I'm a bit of uncomfortable with hugging, but not to just say no to them, but like find some middle ground, because like the high five, it worked really well, because every time the student sees me, high five all the time, and then other students also start to see it. And it's not to tell them like, also not to get like emotion, because try to understand that they don't do it to hurt you, but it's more like you try to explain yourself, because they have explained themselves that they like to do it because they're used to it, or this is how they express love, but there's other ways to do it too. So I think it's just talking, communication is very, very important in this line of work, I believe.
What about you? What type of boundaries you have and you have or not?
Actually, in my own perspective, actually, I get easily attached emotionally to the kids. So for me, I cannot like make how to say boundaries between us. I just, when they hug me, I hug them. But yeah, actually, it's important how Diana said, actually. Especially with the students with special needs, actually, it's important to make boundaries. But yeah, I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Did you take some training like how to deal with kids, or how to save your also well-being or your health, mental health? Like I know some NGO working with people who have domestic violence. They also from time to time take training to keep themselves have energy, or can deal with all of these cases. Did you take this kind of training?
First of all, the other volunteers, it was like a little bit layover, as I understood, that some volunteers were new volunteers and then older ones, and they talked like we discussed and how to react, and we have like a communication with the teachers, and then also the school's psychiatrist, I think, or like psychologist, I'm not sure which one, but we were also had I think 1 or 2 meetings with the teacher that also tried to like explain how the students are, and I personally, before coming here to Romania, I took a course in the university about special needs and how to be a special education teacher. So we had like also visited some schools there and everything, and I have some little insight from there, but this is like really different from like hands-on experience. Like
Yes.
Do you think everyone can work with special needs students, or you should be not sensitive for this?
I think you have to know some tips before like interact with them, but yeah.
I'm also a very sensitive person,
How you solve this problem?
but believe it or not, I think when I work with special needs students, I go home usually happier and more like, because I see how like you hear stories of how the kids with this special need are, how are this, but actually when you go see them and you see how happy they are and everything, I feel like I have so many good memories, and how the students like they're not afraid, like maybe some high schoolers, if you think about them, they're more like, they don't talk and they don't like to interact because they're teenagers, but the same age special needs students, for example, they're really outgoing. Not all of them obviously, but the ones that we have worked, and they're really obviously have good days and bad days, but I really like it. I really enjoy it. I thought it was gonna be hard. It is, some days it's hard, but for me I have the fulfillment, and I have the warm, dingly feeling inside me when I leave, and then I think that's really important to just enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then I don't think the students and the kids there can enjoy what
Yes.
you're doing.
Yeah.
But
That's right.
why? What should you keep in your mind while you working with these kids? Like, I can't do this, or I can't say this, or I can do this. Give us as some examples.
Control your feelings, to don't be very like I don't know how to say it, but like emotionally attached, I mean. Yeah.
And I would say that every student is different. Like, I have learned a lot about like what can I do with one student is maybe something that I can't do with the other student, but it might be like small things. For example, like some students might be like they are really like one specific thing, and if you like, or one specific game, and if you do that game, they only want to do this game for the like rest of the time we're there. But some other students, they don't want to do this, so it's like we have to bring it up maybe like later in the like maybe for the last game, because they like to do it, or it varies. It's really difficult to point maybe something specific out, but
Can you say what do you learn from them, or what do you, how important experience you have, and what important skills you learn?
I think being patient for me, because you might want to like, if you like with the special needs students, if you like you're together with them and you might want to see like the improvement like the next day, and you want to see like, oh, something happened better, but it takes time. It's obviously gonna take some time, but the best thing is after some time passed and you're looking back to the first day and then you're comparing it like 8 months later, you can see the difference. And this is like something that I'm always looking forward to it, but I don't expect it to happen like next week. Like if I want something to happen, not to like expect, and I've been learning how to be really patient with it, because usually I'm the type of person who wants to just get it over with. Like I want to just do it, but this takes time. It's like a long-term project.
Yes, yes. What about you, Asma? What did you learn from this?
A long period, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I learned how to make like safe spaces where the special needs, or even the other students actually, where they feel like included and empowered.
I really like this word included, because your work really, you want to include them in the society. They are not different, they are just like us. We just have to maybe treat them by special way to include them in the society. So
Because I mean, our mission is like, my mission is inclusivity, like inclusion. It is like when I go there, like to some special needs, I don't think of them as like, oh, they're special needs students, like something like this. I just think of them like, oh, these students are more active, we should do this activity. Or like, these students are more like, they like to draw, or they like to do this or that, or something like that. And it's just like, oh, group games or individual games, like I think more like this. But
It was like that, or it started with this for you? You say that you don't think that they are not extraordinary persons. So I wanna understand, when you started your work with them, you feel like this, or it started before you this from process?
I mean, at first I was still like very scared. I wasn't sure what to expect. I mean, I have some, like my brother is like special needs, and I also have special needs, so it's like what kind of special needs, how to go on in this, and it was very. But at some point, you just realize they're just students.
Yes.
They are not really that different from everybody else. It's just that
Yes.
maybe they're just really verbal of what they like and what they don't like, or you just have to find like a specific key to open them.
But do you know, I think some of us may be scared because they are not included in the society completely yet. And if we are usual to see them or treat with them, deal with them every day, it will be, I'm not scared, they are normal person like us. But I think this is important of your work, to make it, to include them. Yes.
Because I feel like those special needs students, they also realize that they have special needs, and they have the pressure that, oh, we're not normal, or like they have that, there was this ad going on like some years ago. I remember that if you think that those special group of students, if they can't do something, so you won't let them do it, like if they can't be included in the society, then you don't let them in the society, so they won't be in the society. And it's like you have to give them a chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really that easy, and if it doesn't work out, then you can find how to do improvements. But if you don't
Yes.
try, then it's just theoretical.
Yes.
What do you think?
I mean, for me, the skill of interacting with them is developing day by day. I mean, in the beginning, I was really scared how to go on actually, but now I mean I can understand them more, and I can interact with them. So yeah, it's
Yes.
been easy actually.
Yes. To ask you, what is the kind of activity you do with them?
We try actually to find activities that include all the students from that class. Of course, the first it's struggling if we just met the students, but at the same time, the kids at the schools like to help each other in activities. Like when maybe some activities make some students struggle more than the others, we'll help them. We also like to make activities meaningful, that they learn something from doing maybe some simple game. We also do a lot of arts and crafts to encourage the students to be creative.
Okay. But what is the impact of this kind of activity in their life?
I mean, for example, if we do activities that require teamwork, then they maybe learn how to put the group tasks, how to put one task for everyone, every person has their specific task that they need to do, so everyone does something.
Okay.
Like something they find out, oh, you're good at this, you can do this one, or you're not that great at this, so you two can do this together, and they can critical thinking, teamwork, it's really important. And also arts and crafts, and a lot of motor skill working is also really helpful because I've also seen it firsthand in the students how when the first time they're trying to cut something with the scissors, or they try to draw a circle or something, and it takes time, it doesn't work out that well, or you blindfold them and you try to make them walk up. You just tell them the directions, or you let them hold your hand. At first they're really scared, they don't obviously trust, but then after if you do it multiple times, that type of activities, or if you do it for a longer time, you can see how they're improving, and they're learning how to rely on other senses, and
Okay.
it's
And,
really
how many days you work with them for a week?
I mean, we work during the school year. We worked with 4 special schools, but like one of the schools we were 3 times a week. The other school we were 2 times, but at the same time, and it was different classes. And then there were 2 more schools that we were both of them twice a week in the same class. So mostly like twice a week.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but still. And sometimes, you know, different volunteers go there because we have a bigger group of volunteers. So sometimes some volunteers like to implement more physical activities, some like to do more creative activities. So it's...
How can you measure the impact of these activities?
I can see the impact when actually I see them participating more, like smiling, showing excitement for our activities. Yeah, and sometimes actually they just remembered what we teach them the last week or something. So yeah, we can feel they are implemented.
Okay, but there is an activity help them in real life.
Of course, I mean, I think most of the activities we do, even if in a small way, they impact their real life. Like smallest things, like how to sort the trash, what kind of things go, like with ecological things in everyday life. You know how you should know what trash goes into the yellow bin, the green one, and the black one, like the easy things in life. And also maybe how to, we have also like done like presentation type, like they have to present something, or it's a lot of like, I feel like a lot of useful skills that I also learned when I was around their age. So it's like, I know I'm where I am, I'm in Romania. I'm away from home and I can do it. And I feel like it also, to give them, like, for example, the influence we also, I think we give them is the fact that they can do everything that they put their mind to. We give them the opportunity to learn, the opportunities to do things.
When you organize some activity for them, do you feel that you have some language barrier, or they can speak in English, and you don't have this?
Some schools we work with, the students are like they can speak or at least understand some English. So, and always we have the coordinator, or like she's Romanian, our Romanian teacher, and also she's a coordinator. So she's sometimes with us in some activities, so she translates. Yeah, and also we have 2 coordinators, and they're like so they facilitate actually the process.
Good.
I mean, yeah, because we also like at least some of the activities, because we're also learning Romanian. So I sometimes in the Romanian classes I know that some activities I need to do, need to know some words. So I will try to like learn more some specific words we have learned, because a lot of, like, at first we learn the basic sentences in Romanian, and then we learn what we need to use in schools and then activities. I feel like it's really important, because this is the Romanian that we use.
Yeah, but
Both of you, can you tell us a story, personal story with happened with these kids, students?
Between you and their,
I have a lot of stories, but I think the one that stuck with me specifically was also in the autism center. There was one of the students who was non-verbal, and he didn't really talk, and he kept to himself. Our mission there was mostly to socialize, because the students there to have like someone from the outside, so they like talk with people and express their body language like more, because we don't speak the same language. And there was one of the students there who was really like shielded. He didn't like to go out, he did his own thing, was by himself. And then like multiple times. Like I remember when I was on a vacation for a month last month, and I came back this month, and I went to that school again, and I walked in the room, and the kid hasn't seen me in over a month, and we have worked together since October. Like he has known me. He came to run at me and hugged me and took my hand and took me to like come like to play and everything. And it was like, you remember me, and you can see that the emotional development, it's like he's not sheltered anymore. He's really active and really like takes your hand, and like he didn't let to touch anyone touch him or nothing, but he comes and takes my hand, and it's very like makes me warm and fuzzy inside. But it feels so good because they trust you. This is like the mission, to build the trust and everything.
Yes.
It's
so much fun. I can understand. Really.
And you can receive a lot of good energy, and also you can understand that your work, it's big, and you do great job.
Yes. What about you, Asma?
Actually, I have a lot of stories too. So we work with a normal school, like a primary school.
Okay.
So the students there are so kind, and they are, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I feel very comfortable when I go there, and every time I go, they ask me if I will go. I will come next week to do activities with them. So, I mean, yeah, it's,
I'm impressed, guys. Really. Good job. Okay. What about what kind of support we can give them? Maybe as people see them for their first time, or see them in the street, what kind of support we can give them?
I think what we can do is just listen to them, because they will probably, if they're not non-verbal, but they will probably, or even if they're non-verbal, they will express what they want. They will express their needs or say what they need. And it's really important to listen to them. Sometimes it takes time to learn how to like translate what body language or something, what it means, but I think you need to listen to them. And obviously the second thing is, most important thing is inclusion. Not to exclude them just because you think they might not know how to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
yeah, I think absolutely we can make like difference in their lives by just being kind, patient, and consistent.
Yes. Do you wanna say something special?
I wanna ask you guys something.
Okay.
How do you feel after this, what you have heard from us? How do you feel learning about like what we know? How do you feel? Or just like maybe a word or emotion, or how did it make you feel?
I think after this, it will stuck in my mind 2 words: listen to them and include them. I think this is really how we can impact in their life, to include them because they are not different, and listen to them because in my perspective I see world in another way and they see world in another way. So if I do with them what I see, it may not suitable for them or suit them well. So I can listen them, then I can do what they want, because this is really how can make them comfortable and by their eyes and their perspective also. Yes.
I think that when you started fix that someone not like you started see this. But when you just think that you are okay, you are different, but we're all different. We all have a different background. We all have a different vision of reality. So we should just learn how we can deal, how we can take something for us, and how we can teach them too. So I don't know, you say that we should listen them, but I think we should learn how we can listen each other, because of it's so important. Even we are don't have some special needs, but sometimes we need this. We need that someone should listen us, and we don't have this person. So I think we should be more kind for each other, and when we started with this, we can be more open-minded for these persons. It's so important. Be like this, really.
It's very beautifully said.
Yeah. But we should learn this, because why we chose voluntary these projects, I think because it's all about inclusivity, and we should take some skills for us too, because we don't know what can happen with us. So we should be more strong, more brave, especially me. And when we see someone who don't look like us, it doesn't matter. We should go and help them. You don't think about this. You should just go and work and do your work. I think, yeah, it's important. Do you think that after your work, when you finish, for example, in that school and you're going in your home, you are more kind, or you are do something good for, I don't know, for life or for you, especially for yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I'm still learning actually, but I will bring a lot of stuff to when I go back to my country or anywhere else.
I think that I wanted to, for some time now, I wanted to be a special education teacher, and I feel like everything that I've learned here now, like in Romania, and the Romanian, like how it's working in Romanian schools and everything, and then I will go back to my home country and I will start it all over again. But I kind of am looking forward to it, to like how it's in Estonia and how it's gonna work there, and you know, every student is different again, and how it's gonna work there. I'm really looking forward to it, because I like the trust the process type of thing. It's like you can learn and keep learning. I think this field is something that you just keep learning until you pass away. And
Yes, I'm sure you will do well.
Thank you.
In the end, we really unlocked the important topics. I hope now people know more about special needs students. Together, we can make a huge impact.